Around 57% of the US citizens don't reach the necessary amount of daily magnesium, which can lead to bad sleep, daytime fatigue, and even elevated anxiety. So if you're serious about taking control of your health, you should consider taking a magnesium. In this video, I will reveal the best forms of magnesium that I discovered after consulting more than 200 people on optimizing their day-to-day performance. And by the end, you will know exactly which form of magnesium you need for better sleep, which form you need for increased energy throughout the day, and of course, which magnesium you should avoid at all costs because it's a pure waste of money. Most clients that I work with got told that cramps are the biggest sign of magnesium deficiency. But the truth is, in most cases, it's not. The important difference is, when do the cramps happen? Because when they happen during activity, for example in sports, it's more likely that it's a lack of electrolytes in general, especially potassium. When the cramps happen throughout the night without any activity, this can be a sign of magnesium deficiency. But even if you never experience cramps, chances are still high that you are low in magnesium. Why? Because the food that we eat simply doesn't provide the same minerals than, for example, 40 years ago. For example, a potato lost about 48% of its magnesium over the last 40 years. Broccoli lost around 55% of its magnesium, and spinach lost incredibly 76% of its magnesium. For example, to reach the recommended amount of magnesium around 400 milligrams per day, which is, by the way, still pretty low, you would have to consume 2 complete bars of dark chocolate per day. So yes, you would consume some magnesium, but of course you would be fat. And with entrepreneurs or people who work a lot in general, people who have high levels of stress or consume a lot of caffeine, or who exercise on a regular basis, magnesium get breakdown faster. And therefore, a higher amount of magnesium is needed. And I will show you how to calculate your personal dosage of magnesium in just a second. But let's first look at the different forms of magnesium. There are 5 different magnesium forms that you should be aware of that all have different goals. So I will cluster them for you in terms of the effects. First is reduce cortisol, so your stress hormone, and support your liver. If that's your goal, then magnesium bisglycinate or glycinate is the go-to form for you. I recommend it especially in the evening to reduce cortisol level and therefore enhance sleep. There have been several studies that support the fact that especially this form of magnesium can enhance sleep quality. Second goal is to increase workout performance. So if you're exercising a lot or you're doing some kind of sports, I recommend a magnesium aspartate. Especially for people who do resistance training, this can be a huge recovery enhancer. You can take it either during or after your workouts or also in the evening. Third, if your goal is to increase energy levels and cognition throughout the day, then magnesium citrate is the go-to form. You can take it, for example, with your breakfast to enhance your work output during the day. Fourth is magnesium malate. It can help detoxing the body from various heavy metals, which we are consuming with our foods, beauty products, and certain medications. So heavy metals in general is a huge topic. So if you want me to record a video, especially on that, then comment it below. And fifth is my favorite form of magnesium, which can increase relaxation, specifically the neurotransmitter GABA. And this form is Magnesium L-Threonate because it can increase the production of the neurotransmitter GABA, which is responsible for calmness and relaxation. So if you have sometimes struggled to calm down in the evening, or you have in general elevated anxiety levels, then try a magnesium L-Threonate. Well, there's one form of magnesium to avoid, which is unfortunately present in most grocery stores and drugstores, and this is magnesium oxide. It's the cheapest and unfortunately the most useless form of magnesium, because magnesium oxide just get absorbed about 4%. So if you take 500 milligrams of magnesium, just around 20 milligram gets absorbed. Now the final question becomes, how much should I take? And of course the dosage varies from person to person. I provide for my clients a blood test as well as a neurotransmitter test to find the perfect amount of magnesium. But I can also give you a general recommendation that you can already try right now. So the needed amount of magnesium from my experience is between 300 to 600 milligram of available magnesium per day. So for example, 300 milligram can be enough when you don't drink coffee, when you exercise just a few times per week, and in general have a pretty relaxed lifestyle. If you're a business owner and you're going to the gym 4 to 5 times per week, If you drink coffee and if you have in general high levels of stress, then maybe on the upper end of the spectrum, around 600 milligrams would be appropriate for you. The most important thing is when it comes to the individual dosage is to collect feedback. For example, if you want to optimize your sleep, you can use a sleep tracker such an Oura Ring. Because I can tell you, some people need around 800 milligrams per day to feel a difference. So start with a lower dosage, be aware if you feel a difference, or use technology and then step by step increase the dosage. Because unfortunately, magnesium is not the cheapest supplement. Therefore, a more helps more approach will be pretty expensive and of course can lead also to digestive problems. And of course, the best way is to collect a blood test and check the magnesium levels, especially in the full blood, not just in the serum. And if you want to learn more about blood tests, watch this video right here. And if you want to optimize your health and performance in general, then subscribe to that channel. That's it for today, guys. See you soon.